it was I felt like it was a different Seer. It was, as you mentioned, and and I felt like she had a much more purpose in this one, and especially in Jedi Fallen Order, when I the very surprising thing for me, which I never expected Vader to be in the game, and I thought like that was a very surprising moment, and then the fight of Seer with Vader, and so we had that fight again in Jedi Survivor. That was very interesting because we get to play as her a little bit. So how was that like, interacting and, fighting in this particular fight? Because this fight was different than the first fight. So how was that experience like?
The first difference is, and there is a difference here,
Mhm.
is that Cere was not a playable character in
Yeah.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and now Cere is a playable character in Star Wars Jedi Survivor. It's not what a lot of gamers think when it comes to uh, the fight. Yes, it was choreographed, and yes, part of it was a part of the cinematics. But the most part of that gameplay will be as Cere, which are repeated movements, and that's all mechanical.
Hmm. Yeah.
You feel me? So when it comes to the actual cinematics of it, which are less than obviously the playable side of it,
Yeah.
the choreography was designed to be a release of fear and a relinquish of pain and anger. So every move was not to kill initially; it was to defend the archives and to release fear.
Yeah.
And when it starts hitting a pinnacle, like a song or a orchestra, it reaches a pitch to which, in order to do the rest of those things, one of us will be destroyed. It wasn't a matter of, I must destroy Vader. It was a matter of, in the back of her mind and in full force, I have to stop this being from creating more fear in others. And so I'll do what I must do. There was a lot going on in my head. It wasn't just kill and destroy Vader, kill Vader. This was, the fear is gone and I need to defend something greater than myself. And in order to defend something greater than myself, I have to have an aim to put you down. It's almost like mercy,
And
because you will never stop yourself. You will never stop yourself and the destruction that comes with it based on the empire.
mhm, that's very true.
And so I have to put you down in order to give you the opportunity to be saved and to save something much greater than both of us, which are the archives and the opportunity for force sensitives and force sensitive children to come up and for generation to generation to rise against the empire.
And yeah, that was made possible with with Seer's help. In and that fight itself was so intense, and it was so obviously emotional at the very end, because I never expected that this would happen. So when you got to know that, okay, Seer's journey is gonna end by the hands of Vader, what was your reaction
Well,
like
her
at that time?
physical life is going to end at the hands of
At the
Vader.
physical life, yeah, that's true.
Well, keep in mind, we had a table read, so I knew what was going to happen when I read the script. And I was very grateful. I went to the writers after the table read and said, thank you, because you've given her the grace and dignity to transmute this three-dimensional plane. And she has no place else to go but there. So thank you for not keeping her on to try to create some story that feels like it's not a part of who she is,
Mhm.
or try to make it a part of who she is. And I think with that sense of freedom, it allows Cal the opportunity to use his life differently. For me, it was powerful and joyful and humbling. And I was very grateful and honored to take her to that place with a dignity that she deserved.